Almost 3 years after her most recent match, it looks like WWE is looking to bring back the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey, former WWE Raw Women's Champion. Her last match was at WrestleMania 35 when she was defeated by Becky Lynch in that weird finish in that triple threat match. So apparently, the WWE are really pushing for her to return. Some are trying to push her to return as soon as the Royal Rumble. That doesn't seem too likely, but there are rumblings that she could be back, as soon as perhaps SummerSlam. That seems like a more realistic time period for her. I should say Ronda Rousey very recently, I think back in like September, gave birth to her child, and that was something that she kind of left wrestling for, was so she could go be a mom. So there's a lot of talk about this, Trevor. There's been a lot of speculation as to what this could mean. And look, there's a chance. I mean, I think it's unlikely, but there's a chance that there's not a lot of women really left on the WWE roster after all the releases. There's a chance she could be at the Rumble. Like weirder things have happened. But what do you think about this report? What do you think about the reality of it? What do you think about how likely it is?
Like you said, she was very public with one of the reasons why she left wrestling, to be a mom, to be a wife, start a family. Within that time period, she has done internet shows, like she did Kevin Hart's Cold as Balls. She's done she does her own Twitch streaming, and she also does video blogs, and she's a farmer. She farms, which is pretty cool. And I mean, like,
all in between getting buried by Becky Lynch on Twitter. Because
right.
Becky Lynch just destroys her on Twitter.
Jesus Christ. But no, like, it's one of those things where I think at this point, I think she might be bored. I think she wants to get back in there. I mean, because honestly, like you said, that was a very weird way to end that match. And then, like, she just rode off into the sunset. Like, she got no justification. She got no payback. She got nothing. It was just weird. So I could see Ronda coming back, definitely, because I think she liked being an asshole. she enjoyed it. But, it'd be great to see her back in the ring. I actually absolutely loved Ronda. I thought even though I didn't think Charlotte deserved to be in that match, the whole segment when her, Becky, and Charlotte got arrested and put in the cop car was absolutely amazing.
Best thing to happen in DC. The best thing to ever happen in DC wrestling. That was amazing. I mean, like the Metro PD, they were not prepared for what they were facing. Like it was. Look, there's a lot of Ronda haters out there, and I understand why, and I get it, right? Like, I get it, but you want to talk, and this is the part that I think a lot of people on Twitter are very divided over. And it's okay to be divided, but it's also okay to admit that Ronda Rousey, if she steps foot in the WWE ring, she's a game changer for them. Like, it becomes must-watch TV. It's like when Brock Lesnar's on TV. It's like, well, okay, Brock Lesnar was on. I got to at least watch his segment. It's the same thing with Ronda Rousey, because she legitimately is the baddest woman on the planet. Here's the thing. I know people got lukewarm over her run in WWE. I loved it. When Ronda Rousey was on TV, I watched it, and I enjoyed her matches. I thought she was really good, too. Ronda Rousey was like, I thought you were really good with her role, with the way she was presented. Like, she had a match with I believe, Alexa Bliss that was so good and so underrated. That was great. And the sad thing is we never really did.
Charlotte was pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. But we never really got that one-on-one match with Becky Lynch that everyone wanted. And again, it's since that moment that Becky Lynch became the man. Since Becky Lynch became the next big thing when she did with the broken nose and did the come get me now in the stands, like that was her. That the moment she really became a made woman in pro wrestling. And it's partially because she went toe to toe with Ronda Rousey and looked like a total badass doing that. She's like one of the only people who's like really gone after Ronda Rousey like that, both on and off screen on WWE, and just not been afraid, and not booked to have been afraid. And sometimes it just takes that. And look, here's the thing. I love Bianca Belair. I love Liv Morgan. But fine, huge fun here.
Right.
But if Ronda comes back and wins the Rumble, and then we get Ronda and Becky at Mania in the main event proper, I'm not going to hate that. I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, oh, Ronda had her time. I'm like, dude, she was there for a year. She's only there for a year. It was a great year, but she was only there for a year, and there's a story there between these two. You get Bianca Belair if you get a chance to do Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch, I'm sorry. You're doing Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. That's happening. Of course, you can do it without the title. That match really doesn't need the title, honestly.
No, that's just the match that needs to happen. That's all.
But you also could do a story where Ronda Rousey's going after the title that she never lost because she was not pinned. That was not a 1-2-3, Trevor. Her shoulders were not down to this day. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. So, I mean, look, again,
it's a lot you can do with this situation.
So much you can do, but even not forget Royal Rumble, like SummerSlam, even going into Mania. You could do so much. There's so much time. If you can get Ronda Rousey back in a WWE ring, though, I just plead with you one thing, WWE, please do not make it happen in Saudi Arabia. I will cry because I'm not watching that damn show. Refuse. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.